Happy new moon, all of you beautiful people. This is Shakti, and welcome to the Shakti Spiral. Thank you for being patient as we are getting started. I just doing some couple of little things over here on the computer to make sure that we are up and running. So excited that you're here with me. And get that muted so I can see all of your comments. All right. Welcome everybody to the Shakti Spiral. This is the new moon in Capricorn, all about the earth energies, powerful Pachamama. How are you feeling? Something amazing is just happening in the ethers. Can you feel it? This has been a huge year. I don't know anybody who hasn't felt the enormity of this year, the work that has come through for all of us on some level. None of us were left unscathed. You know, it was a powerful time to reflect, to revisit old wounds, healing connections. Some people left marriages. Some people came to new marriages, came to conclusions. Some people left jobs. Some people left homes, schooling, studies. So many different things were left. So many old injuries that they thought maybe were healed were revisited this year. It was really a time of great healing. It was painful, which usually happens when we suppress things and put off things that we need to do, and it feels uncomfortable. So we kind of go, okay, let's just kind of put that away for a little while and let's just focus on the things that feel good. And while that feels okay, when we have things that come up and we're definitely triggered by stuff that we like to say the human experience, human existence, the healing that needs to happen, what ends up happening is when we suppress that healing, we get opportunities like this year. So intense energies, huge energies, a lot of exiting happened this year. The mass exodus, we just heard about some more on the public spectrum of people who passed. And so you're going to have a lot of that going on. People, when there is a huge portal that has opened, when there is a huge energy surgence and a shifting in consciousness, you will find that there are people who will exit, not necessarily because they don't want to be part of the new mergings of energies, but also because they want to be assisting on the other side, which is it's a lot more fluid and easier to connect with more energies all at one time. So you're going to find a lot of that. I'm connecting to my indigenous side tonight because we are in the energies of the earth. And what a powerful way to end this year, to go back to earth energy, to go back to our roots, to go back to those things that we need to connect with. And so I want to welcome all of you tonight to this powerful new moon ritual. The energies are, like I said, stirring about. They are definitely waiting for our connection. And so if you are new to the Shakti Spiral, my name is Shakti, and I am the High Priestess for One Ascension International and the Shakti Spiral. This is a beautiful gathering that we do once a month. We gather together and we connect our energies in intense spaces at times, but for the powerful intention of seeding our lives in a way, using the dark moon energies to really seed those things that we are ready to connect with, ready to invite into our lives, or ready to visit the possibility. There's infinite possibility in the universe, and there is no cap in what possibilities are out there. It is just a matter of us being aware of what those are. So as we're gathering together, I want to share a story with you that kind of inspired this look that you see tonight for me. This is my wild woman side. I mean, I can definitely go deeper than this, but this is for public viewing. But part of this is the wonderful experience I had. I will share something very sacred with you that was part of just literally days ago. And that was that as we have been going through a lot of healing, I too have not been excluded from all of that work. And a lot of powerful opportunities have come up for me, to the point where a lot of you are friends with me on Facebook know that there was a lot of things that happened in our family, a lot of healings, and also for myself personally, there was a lot of things that happened. So one of my animal totems, it's one that I discovered on a goddess retreat, was or is the wolf. And I was really inspired by the woman who dances with, who Run with the Wolves. If you haven't read that book, Women Who Run with Wolves, it's a powerful book. It changed my life in a lot of ways. And it's so meaty. I kind of get into that book and kind of put it down. I use it when I need to in my life, but it is a book I will always have in my library because it has healed so much of me. So to not go into too much of the story, I have a wolf that is my totem, along with another sacred animal. And I was going through some healing work, kind of putting the end of this year's work to a head. It kind of came to that, that pinnacle point, where all healing has to go to, where you're at that point, that precipice of the breakthrough. Well, that was what I had been doing, my own shamanic work, my own inner journey. And so as I was going through that work, I was sitting on my bed, and it was in the morning, and it was just literally a couple days ago. And I got finished with the work. I felt that it was done, completed. There was a lot of little things that may need to be tidied up, so to speak. But for the majority of the work was done. And I trusted that. And that moment that I did, I looked out my bedroom window, and I have a really great view of not only our backyard property, but our neighbors, who has this beautiful land that full of snow. We've been getting a lot of snow here in Minnesota. And what did I see walking by was a wolf, a she-wolf. And I knew instantly. And in that moment, I was awestruck. And in that moment, powerful medicine was downloaded to me. The completion of the healing. And I still can't even talk about it without getting emotional. I got this lump in my throat right now. But she made herself known to me, literally, physically. And so my son went out and took a picture of her paw prints. And so in the snow, I have that and I'll put it up in our newsroom. No, our new moon ritual group page that we have on Facebook. And if you're not part of that, definitely join it. We share a lot of really great things there. But that picture I'll put up on there so you can see her paw print in there. And I knew at that moment the power of our intentions and the power of healing and the energies of Pachamama. She is with us, ready to help and assist when we are ready to receive her gifts. So with that powerful story, I would like to get started. So let's do some sage clearing to create our sacred space. If you have sage or an incense, I ask that you go ahead and burn that, light that with me. As we clear our space, I will offer some to you. To myself, to those who've gone before, and to those who go after. And since we've created a neutral space, in my tradition, what I like to do is also fill it with something, because anything can kind of jump back into a space of void. So I offer sweetgrass to the ancestors, to those both seen and unseen, to invite sweetness, to invite beauty, and all things that will feed our souls for our highest good. I love those embers. So to you, to me, below. And so the space is set. So let's talk about cancers. Cancers. Let's talk about Capricorn, shall we? Capricorns are one of my favorite signs. The reason is I am a double air. So both my sun and moon are air signs. Yeah, that's challenging. What did I choose this incarnation? I tell you, to keep a thought. If any of you have conversations with me, you know I jump from one topic to another. That is my thing. But I love Capricorns. In fact, Mr. Wallace is a Capricorn, and he keeps me grounded when I'm taking flight and maybe have my ideas are a little too lofty or too out there. He kind of grounds me. So I picked a perfect partner. Little thing, just to let you guys know, we will be celebrating our 24-year anniversary on January 2nd. So that's exciting. Yay! So Capricorns are very sexy. They're sexy because they're earthy. They're very grounded in a sense. They are meticulous keepers of their body, about their human temple. It's important to them that they can run, that they can do all the things that they love to do physically. If a Capricorn isn't outside or doing something physically with their body, they become very depressed. They become very moody and very unhappy. So if you have a Capricorn in your life, or if you're a Capricorn and you're not doing anything with physical activity, you need to get out there and do it. Even if it's standing outside, if you can, and wiggle your toes in the dirt, it makes a huge difference for Capricorns. Capricorns are nurturers. They love things that are practical, but they're okay with people that seem impractical, as long as you don't threaten their own sense of security. And what was really great about Capricorns, as this sage is still lighting, I'll let it go, is that they have a really good sense of the practical things in life, such as money. If they have money in the bank, they are happy people. So it's a really good sign to work with things in abundance. So if you have been focusing on going into this new year, 2017, with a sense of more abundance, more prosperity in your life, this is a really great sign to kick that off with. Anything that is manifestation, things that you're really ready to create and manifest. It's earth sign, so it's it's the sign of the north, kind of like we look at the North Star for our guiding point. The north is also a way to connect to the ancestors. It is part of the elements that are grounding to us and kind of guide the way. So Capricorns are old souls. They are just ancient. Whether they come out of the womb, I think in utero, just ancient, knowing all things. And you can definitely not argue with the Capricorn, because they are right, and they'll make sure to let you know so. I like to pretend I win a lot of arguments, but truthfully, Mr. Wallace knows. He knows. He knows. So, with that being said, this is the energies that we're going to work with tonight. And I really want you to think about the stones. I wrote a couple of suggestions of things that we are going to need for tonight. And when I created this event, this is what I thought we were going to be doing, but Allmother had a totally different direction for me. So not completely different, but we're not going to be using the earth or soil in the sense that I had listed. But keep that aside, because I have a suggestion for that later on. Really great stones to use. Of course, the garnet is the stone for the Capricorns. It's really great earthy root energy stone to use. Another one is a tiger's eye, very protective, also very grounding. It's really important to ground in this time when all of these energies have been about all the healing that has happened. We definitely need to ground our energy, because we become so inundated with all of the energies and all the things that we've gone through. We need to ground it. And so that's part of the work we're going to be doing tonight, to really ground and see those things. Any type of jasper. I have a Picasso piece of jasper right here. It's beautiful striations in it. But any type of leopard skin jasper, those type of jaspers are just by nature. They feel more shamanic. They feel more indigenous and earthy, tribal kind of energies. So if you have any type of jasper stone, that would be really great to work with right now. And of course, the trusty old quartz. I love quartz because it's everywhere. It's available. It's inexpensive, and you can program it to do just about anything. Just as long as you keep it clear, you make sure to cleanse your stones, get them out there and cleanse them. So really great way to do that. Also, since we're talking about earth, is to just put it in some soil. Put your stones in soil. And if you're afraid that they might get lost, use a potting. That's what I was going to tell you with the soil. Use a potting, I want to say potting soil. Use a pot full of potting soil for that type of stuff, where you can put your crystals in, kind of keep them in there and feel about when they're ready to be done. And then you can take them out of the earth and they're ready to go. Okay, so last but not least, I love to anoint myself with the Allmother oil. So if you have a special oil that you use that kind of gets you into your senses. So we're doing the sight, the smell, the tactile energies. What that does is it really cements the work that we're doing tonight. So I like to anoint my third eye, heart chakra. Definitely get your feet anointed. Where you walk is holy and sacred. Others will walk after you. Think of it that way. After we're done with this incarnation, others will walk in our place. So it's important to anoint your feet. Okay, so for those who are new to our circle and even those who are seasoned, what I like to do is call in the directions to honor all aspects, all parts of Mother Earth, Pachamama, but also the elements associated with them, because we are made up of all of those elements in some way or form. So we call on those to honor every aspect of ourselves, as well as those, I say, who've gone before and will go after. Everything that makes up who we are, both known and unknown, seen and unseen, we call on those to assist us for our highest good. So we will get started. I get so caught up in talking about all this stuff, and I just go, yeah, we kind of need to call in our sacred space, don't we? So just take a moment to just close your eyes, turn off your phone if you need to. Just really be present and give yourself this time, this permission to be here with me. Okay? We deserved it. We've gone through a lot this year. So as you close your eyes, I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale, calling all of your energy back to you. And as you exhale, really release all energy that isn't yours, sending it back to its source. Again, inhale, calling all of your energy back to you. Exhale, releasing all stress, worries, concerns. One last breath, inhale. Calling all of the energy back to you. Exhale, intention to be present here in this moment with me. Now I want you to focus on the center of your chest, right here, your heart chakra, the space where pure love radiates, where the Christ consciousness emanates, and where we are connected to all that is. I want you to fix your focus and your intention on this space, and imagine a beautiful spiral kind of emanating from that heart energy, that heart space, growing bigger and bigger. Allow it to show its color to you. Usually with the heart chakra, it is a green, sometimes a pink color, but it can show up to you in any way. So allow the color to show itself, watching your spiral from your heart getting bigger and bigger until it covers and fills your whole body out into your auric field, which is kind of, think of it a little bit just like an outline of your physical body. Now, wherever we may be around the world, picture us sitting in a great big circle. There are some of us who are literally in other countries, other continents, those who will watch this recording later on. And so we are all, time being now, we are all together in this great big circle. All of us setting this intention for this new moon to be here and to do this work for our highest good. And so imagine that there's a person sitting next to you, and out of your left side, extend your heart energy, your spiral energy with them. They receive it from their right side, and it merges, it kind of spirals together. And they release it out of their left to the person on their left side, and they receive it on the right. And so it goes around clockwise, all the way around, all the way around, until you find that it comes back to you on your right side. And allow yourself to be engulfed in this beautiful heart energy, this beautiful heart space. Only the highest of intentions, only the highest love is allowed in this circle. And from the space we have created, we will call in the quarters. We call to the direction of the east, the element of air, the sacred, mighty winged ones, where sacred thought is formed where all things begin. We call you, come now and be part of our circle. And to the direction of south, element of fire, the kundalini, passion, sexuality, desire, creativity, the spark of ingenuity, the fire walkers and the fire breathers. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, the sacred water keepers and the water recorders. We call you to come with your mighty intuition, the power of the sacred amniotic fluid. Come now and be part of our circle. And to the direction of the north, element of earth, ancient ones, those who have gone before us and those who will go after us. Pachamama in her many forms, the stones, crystal, plant allies. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. We call to the divine all-mother to surround us, your children, to flow through us, anchor into us, into this time and this space, into no time and into no space. And we call in the divine one energy to surround each one of us, to ignite this work, to sanctify it, to purify it, that our intentions may be for the highest good. And so it is. And so it is. All right. Bam. You feel that? Oh, I love it. It is the most favorite thing, sacred ritual. How important it is. And I believe our ancestors knew this. They knew how important ritual is, and that's why they had their sacred rituals, which is important, that even though we are in this modern time, that we do take time to honor the cycles and to honor and have our own rituals of our life. And so this is about honoring you, to honor the work of 2016. We knew going in that it was going to be a momentous year. We didn't have an idea maybe of exactly what was going to be shown to us, but we know that it was a very powerful year, and it showed itself and it unveiled. It got ugly. It got dirty at times. It got real and raw. And there's courage in that. One thing is for sure, this was a sacred initiation that happened. Like all initiations, even back in the old ancient mystery school times, some would lead to death. Initiation, if you weren't quite ready in this incarnation, would lead to death. But you're here today. You're strong and you made it. And even those who passed on, it wasn't like their initiation ends. It isn't like that is all, or a sign of weakness. It simply means they transcended into another state of being. For us here, who are part of this time, which is called the Great Awakening, there is many things that are prophesied at this time, of which avatars will walk the face of the earth once more, where people are going to awaken to a new state of being, a state of understanding within themselves, where you become master of your realm, where you truly become accountable for your life in every way and fashion that your life shows itself to you. And so part of doing that is to look at those things that make you feel uncomfortable and make you afraid, bring you into fear, trigger you, make you feel completely ashamed inside at times. And that's all part of the healing process. Every part of you, it isn't about rejecting it anymore. It's about integrating it into your full whole being. So it's about embracing yourself with compassion, embracing those aspects of yourself that you may not like when you're sitting quietly alone in reflection. But it's time to love those aspects. It's time to really look at yourself and understand you are but a story here in this incarnation, but you transcend this story and you are limitless. There is no age to your true being. You are ancient beyond time. And so with what has been going on and what has been happening in the world and what is happening within you is all reflective of great healing that is taking place and accountability that is starting to happen. So going into 2017, when you look at numerology, I love it because numbers don't lie. First of all, math it transcends language barriers. Math is universal. And what the 9 year is about completions, endings, and that is if you add 2 plus 1 plus 6, you get 9. But going into 2017, we have a 1. It adds up to 10, but there isn't a double digit, so you reduce it down. So it's a 1, and 1 is about new beginnings. It's about starting something new, about new creations. It's also about change. So those of you who may be afraid of change, understand that this is part of the work. It's the part 2, going through the initiation. Now it's about really using what you have ended in your life to create change, to create momentum. So a lot of you may be feeling something stirring in the air tonight. And I understood that Uranus went direct. It was in retrograde since July of this year. So that has to do in alignment with your life path and purpose. So a lot of you might be feeling some sort of stirrings, or maybe a new direction, or maybe a new idea of what your life path is going to be about. There's many parts to your life path. It isn't just one straight road. It does wind, but there are also parts that branch off, kind of go on a little bit of what we would think a detour, but then merge back onto that path again, not straight, but path again that we originated from. And you might find that, being that our lives are cyclical, we go through 9-year cycles, so that the world has ended a 9-year cycle. Some of us are ending 9-year cycles, and we're starting into the beginning of a new, completely new. And there's a lot of changes that are on the horizon. And I suggest to each of you that you embrace them, embrace the changes, knowing that you've done the work, and they're deserving of the great changes that are going to take place and that are taking place. So what do you have within you? What do you have going on within you that is ready to come forward? This is a question I've been asking all year long, and it's to keep you keep your eye on the ball, to keep your focus, the focal point of why it is that you're doing this work. Why do you do what you do? Why is this work even worth it? What is it that is calling you to really answer to now? You're hearing the call. It's time to answer. So I hope you brought something to write with, because we're going to be doing we're going to do a 2-part journey tonight. And it's all to do more integration, more focal point, because if you have a focus, you know where you're going. You can just have a journey and go anywhere. But if you have a focal point, a destination, it's much more easier to navigate and to keep your eye and your perspective forward, and not look back at the wake of where your ship has been. Look forward. There's that saying that if you look at a boat in the wake, you look at the back where the boat has been. It has nothing to do with the momentum of the boat going forward. It's just a path of where you've been. So honor it, honor all of it, and it's time to start moving forward. So let's get started. All right. So close your eyes, have your whatever you're going to write with kind of at the ready, but I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. And I want you to think about, first of all, I want you to picture your magical shelf. Okay. Remember, those who have been seasoned with me know what this is. It's a magical shelf because on this shelf, we can place all of our cares, our worries, our concerns, and they can if we don't want to take them with us at the end of this hour, we can leave them there. In our spiritual team, our tribe will take care of them for us. So I want you to give yourself this moment, give yourself this time, put everything, any to-do list, anything that may be keeping your attention from being fully present, just put it on that shelf. Just imagine it symbolically, just putting it all there. You might, if you have a grocery list kind of going on, or things that you got to get some milk or whatever, just even picture a jug of milk on that shelf. Whatever you need to do to make it real for you, go ahead and do that now. And I really want you now to think about the themes that have gone on for 2016. Was it healing? Was it saying goodbye? Was it a renewal of things that maybe you thought were over that were revisited in a good way? Were there loved ones you lost? Was there a change that was so big and so great you thought you wouldn't make it through? Was there a lot of tears? I want you to take a moment to kind of think of the themes of your life. Frustration. Maybe there were some times where you didn't think it was going to work out. And maybe you're still at that point where it hasn't fully manifested the working out, but you know that it's going to, and you're on your way to that. So give yourself a moment to think of the themes in your life. And I want you to write them down. Okay, so open your eyes now and just take a moment to write down 2016 to you was a year of what? And this is a time to really reflect on the things that weren't comfortable for you, that challenged you, that pushed you, that really had you see and remember what you're made of, kind of salt you're made out of. Maybe it really sucked. Maybe it just that wasn't an easy ride, an easy journey, but you did it. Write it down. And nothing is too small. Okay, now put your writing apparatus down. All right. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to breathe because I feel that a lot of you have some heavy hearts over this reflection, and that's good. It's good. Just breathe into it. Allow yourself to feel that. Whatever it is you're feeling, be with it. Now, I want you to turn your attention to your body, your full body, knowing that you are connected to Pachamama, Mother Gaia, Earth, Planet Earth, however you may call her. And I want you to picture coming out of your feet, roots. If you're sitting down, easier, just all of the bottom part of you, just roots, tendrils, just going down, down, down into Mother Earth. So far down, you're almost at the core. It's earthy. It smells like soil, earthy, fresh, clean soil going down deep into her womb. And I want you to take with you all of the themes of this year, all of the things that have felt heavy and hard, that have been heartbreaking, and that have brought you to tears, that have brought you to your very knees at times. I want you to take those and picture yourself, your energy, like you are back in utero, that you are an embryo again. And take a deep breath into that, into her soil, into her amniotic fluid. In this moment, you are being recreated with all of those themes of this year. You are being recreated. There is a great metamorphosis that is happening within you, and allow it to transform you. Feel it as you hear the heartbeat of Mother Gaia. Pachamama sings her song. She lives and breathes and is very aware of you. You are hers. Just stay in this moment as an embryo, as a beautiful child of Mother Gaia, safely nestled in her earth. And see all of these themes of this year, all of those things that have felt heavy, getting lighter and lighter, filtering away, being cleansed, being transcended. Pachamama is the great recycler. All of her cycles, she recycles beautifully and effortlessly. Allow her now to take these energies from you that you are no longer in need of. Release them to her willingly, effortlessly. Now feel yourself stretching and getting bigger, growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and going up through the soil, back through your tendrils, back through the roots, up and present into your body now. Feeling clean and feeling clear and present in this moment. I want you to open your eyes and write down any thoughts or any experiences you had while letting go of all the challenges that you went through this year, all the themes of this year. Write them down. We have another part to go through, so make it quick. Ready? Okay. Put down your writing. You're writing your pens or stuff. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes again. Now I want to say to you in this moment with your eyes closed, keep your eyes closed, that you are now a blank canvas, clean, and anything is possible for this year coming, for this new cycle coming. Your life is proclaimed by you. It's co-created with you and the divine. The divine only has your best interest always at heart. So now focus again on your heart chakra, the space where your beautiful spiral is being shared with all of us. And I want you to, in this space, extend upwards. Go through your heart chakra, up through your throat chakra, through your third eye, out of your crown, above into the center of the universe, the center of the galaxy. And in that space, I want you again to go into an embryo form. You're a child of the stars. You're a child of the galaxy. You are connected to everything. Go back into a space where you are in the womb of the mother, the cosmic mother. She holds you close. This is your home, just as much as Pachamama is. This is the origin of your soul. And from this point, I want you to think about all of the things, all of the themes that you have created or thought about for 2017. Picture them around you symbolically. They may be in words or pictures. Picture them around you now. Are there light beings, guardian angels? What surrounds you as you are in this embryo state of being? Now allow these symbols and these words to feed you, to literally merge with your energy in this embryo state. Allow them to absorb into you. So they become one with you. They are part of you. They are in your programming, in your soul collective, your consciousness. All of the things that you have in store, all of the wonderful things that you can possibly imagine, and into the things that are so extraordinary. Allow yourself to expand, because that in nature is what happens. That is what is the rightful energy in the universe and in our world, to expand, to grow, to always want to be more, to have more, to think bigger, to receive, because that is what we do. That is how life expands. Now come down through that, expanding your energy field, expanding your body, knowing now that you are rebirthed, and coming down through that portal, coming down through your crown chakra, through your eye chakra, through your throat, and into your heart, where this state of being exists, and this is who you are. Now open your eyes and write down any symbols, anything that you may have received while you were in that state of being. Now, I want you to put your hand on your heart, one on your heart and one on your na'au, or where your womb would be, or where your gut would be if you're a male. And I want you to hold both these spaces. Okay, so think of it kind of like you're connecting with Earth and you're connecting with the cosmic energy in these spaces. I want you to feel that they are connected, both of them. They are not separate, they are one. They're within you. And in this space, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to breathe into this space all of your intentions for 2017. Feel it in your heartbeat. And as your chest rises and falls and your breath fills your body, feel it in your na'au, in your womb, in your gut, that gut feeling that we know when something is right or when something is wrong. In our heart chakra, when we know when something is right and something is wrong. Feel it. Feel it purposefully. Feel it. Now ask from this space, we ask for our high selves, our divine influence and power, to give us a sign, a symbol of what our 2017 or 2017 intentions look like. So we can draw it or we can write it and have it somewhere where we can remember this moment when everything is brought to life, this moment when it was created. And all we have to do is wait for the manifestation, because it has been created now in the ethers. So ask for that sign or that symbol or that word, or even the feeling. And don't judge it. Trust the first thing you get. Trust the first thing you get. Now open your eyes and write that down. to remember, something to draw, if it's something, a word, a thought, an idea, write it down. It's important to capture in the very quick essence the moment that we receive, to write it down. Spirit speaks to us always. It's our responsibility to listen and to pay attention. Okay. Now that is done. If you have a stone or a crystal, specifically for this work, I have my Picasso jasper that is just jumping at me right here in this little beauty. This is going to be something that I'm going to keep with me. I usually kind of stuff my bras with crystals. I don't know about you women out there, you sisters, if you do that. It's hysterical when I take my get in my pajamas for the night or whatever, and have stones rolling out all over the place. I got to make sure to do it on the carpet so they don't kind of break on my hard tile in my bathroom. But something that you can easily carry with you. You can put it in a medicine bag. You can have it on your altar. Something, if you don't have this now, you can come back to this video later on and do that. But something that you can carry with you always that will remind you of tonight, also anchoring it in. The more things we have that will anchor and solidify the work tonight, the better for us, because we are visceral people. We are beings that need that tactile experience. It becomes real when we do it that way. So I want you to, again, put your crystal, your stone of choosing in your receiving hand, which would be the non-dominant, the hand you don't write with, the hand you write with, or that you give energy with. Put it over. And again, I want you to think about your intentions for 2017 going forward. Really give your energy to the stone or crystal, knowing that it is in partnership as a sacred ally with you to assist you in this work. And when you're done, you program it with your DNA by blowing into it. It becomes one with you. And now that I did it, I'm just going to go ahead and slip it in. It's all good to go. And what I like to do also is the stones that I'm working with and that are specifically for things that I need to receive or to remember, I put them on my left side because that is the side of receiving energy. So I put them on my left side of my body. It may look a little imbalanced, but hey, it works. So that's another thing to do. All right. So let's see. We have a little bit of time. Oh, look at, okay, now I usually kind of cover up the, I know that I have my moderator that does the, Jordy, who does the chat, but I want to see how all of you are doing over here. Oh, I'm so glad to see everybody. Hello to all of you. Oh my gosh, love you all so much. Okay, so Christy, she would love a reading. You know what, Christy? Let's get it done. So once again, I use my new moon, the Whisperings of the New Moon deck. If they are reverse or upside down, that just means that there may be a block there. And hi, Kelly, I'm waving back to you. Thank you for being here. All of you beautiful women tonight, all of you. Okay, so if they are upside down, that simply means that there may be a block or a resistance to. And so I'll let you know if that happens. But what I love about these cards is there's sometimes we can get so lost in the artwork, and I love artwork. Oh my gosh, the next deck that I'm creating will have some beautiful artwork. But however, these are really beautiful because sometimes just having the words really can kind of get you right then. So kind of like a no nonsense kind of way. So hello, Anna. Greetings from Brazil. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Christy. All right. So it was upright. Your inner guidance always knows. So there's a choice that you're making right now. There's a big decision that is on the table for you. And you already know the answer to what you should do. Trust in your inner guidance. It always knows. If you need some help to remember about how to connect with your inner guidance, just in case the outside world becomes so loud, again, your heart chakra and your womb space, breathe into both space and ask for clarity, and it will be given to you. So you know the answer. And you are so loved. Okay, so this jumped out for Catherine. Okay, so I got the chills, Catherine. Sharp. One of your best traits is your humanity. We are one. Okay, so but the thing was, it was upside down. So this is telling me that there's some discouragement with kind of like the human experience that you're going through. I'm believing it's in your environment. There are things going on around you that you're witnessing that may not be a lot of injustices or things that you feel like are out of your control. But one of your best traits is that you are part of this human consciousness, and you're not here to so much as judge what is happening right now, but to transcend it and change it. And the way we start doing that is by envisioning a newer way of being, a new way of responding in the world. So not even about the judgment of it, but about how do you respond and interact in the world around you and in your environment? And what do you put your focus in feeding? What are you feeding energetically as you are going into your environment and interacting with the things that discourage you? Because we are one, Catherine. So kind of like that micro, that macro, what it reflects with us internally, we externally experience it. So if we have judgments about ourselves or in harshness about something that we feel is a human weakness, we're going to see that in the world around us. So I'm getting the word compassion as we are learning, as we are growing. Have compassion with those things around you and yourself. So my love to you as you go through this. There's a lot going on in the world right now. And so, yes, it's important to hold the space for what can be. There already is a lot of what is, and it's really important to hold the space for what can be. Hello, Pedro. Welcome. Yes, God is love and love is light. You're absolutely right. I would love to pull a card for you. Oh, and there's one that just jumped out. So, Pedro, you got the card, return to the mother. She is waiting. So this is about mother energies and influences around you. It's about nurturing. There is the aspect of the God consciousness. It's also embracing the feminine aspect of God consciousness and allowing yourself to be present in those mother energies. I'm getting that you have a grandmother who is really important and key in your life to being a representative of those energies. So kind of use her as a guide as to what a mother, healthy, divine, feminine energies would be. Use that as your guide. And welcome to our circle. Chris Marie, welcome. Yes, I would love to draw a card for you. You're welcome, Catherine. Woo, okay. Chris Marie, find your light. So you've had a hard year, girlfriend. You've had a really challenging year. And now it's time to focus on the light. There's a lot of things that we can look at when we're going through introspection and looking at the things within us that we may not like about ourselves. But it's time to look at the things that you do like about yourself. In fact, I'm getting, after this ritual is over, to write down, you can even do it right now, write down 5 things that you absolutely love about yourself. And don't think about them, just write them down, because it's time to focus on your light. Okay? So there you go. So much love. Okay. Okay, Chris. Yes. Chris Ashburn. Okay, so it's funny, Chris. I got one, but I'm getting that there's another one for you. For all of you who don't know, Chris Ashburn, she is basically a death doula. She helps people to transition to the other side. Such a beautiful work. And it's interesting because you got your inner guidance always knows. And remember those who have gone before and those who will go after. So, oh my gosh, right, with the work that you're doing, there's a powerful shifting happening. The way that you've been doing some of the work that you're transitioning, it's going to change for you. There's something more, and it's allowing yourself to be open to what that change is going to be. It's going to be more present to you. I feel that after you are done with these series of classes that you've created there's going to be more that's going to show itself to you. Just be open and willing to accept a change. One thing that is important to remember as we go through these times of awakening, don't be attached to whatever it is that you may have used as your go-to. Things change all the time, and that's how we grow. And even getting out of your comfort zone is really important to do. Okay, so much love. Good. Who else? I'm going to do one more. Red Wolf. Monty Girl has a really great question. So as I am shuffling for Red Wolf, someone who can handle sense well. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Chris says Cappies like to get stubborn. Yeah, I know. You guys can earth energies, but you definitely, that was a message for you. So take it, take it. Okay, so advice for somebody who doesn't handle sense well. Well, you know what you can do. The sense are just about the visceral experience. It's not like it adds, it makes more of a sacred space. You can do stones. You can do candles that are unscented. There's a lot of things that you can do that don't have to have scents that become very overwhelming. Some people are very sensitive to smell and they can't handle those things, and that's fine. If there's something, Florida water is a very good go-to for people who have, for anointing and just for clearing space as well. It's something that these shamans use to kind of clear space. You can look up what Florida water is, take a smell of it, see if you like it, but it's very mild. Another one that I like to use that is very, very mild, and that also clears space because it uplifts and energizes, is orange blossom water. So you just put that in a bit of a thing of spritzer kind of bottle, and you can just clean your environment and clear your environment, because orange is such a powerful natural way to clear your environment. Okay, so Red Wolf. Okay. Oh, okay. So she's sharing, Red Wolf is sharing something. Okay, so Red Wolf, you got a card and it was upside down. That means that there's something that you need to see, look deeper into. And it says time to unleash your creativity. So I'm getting painting. So do you like to do some painting? And it doesn't necessarily have to be acrylic and canvas, but I'm getting like painting stones or something that you need to create that's kind of calling you to unleash your creativity. Don't judge it. Allow it to unfold. Mandalas, I'm getting that could be really inspiring to you. So just allow your creativity to be unleashed without any judgment or out any kind of, it has to look like something. So prejudgments to that, allow it to be what it needs to be. Okay, so unleash it, girlfriend, unleash it. This is the year of unleashing. Okay, this is for Tony. There you go. Awesome. Tony Whirling. Connect to the deep knowing that transcends time and space. So It's time to connect to, that space that we went to that was in the cosmic uh, womb energy, the cosmic mother. It's time to connect more with that. Using the one energy, call that in a lot more to assist you. And it's time to go beyond the understanding of time and space, because really it's just a measurement for us here to know that we've existed. And when we're gone, time doesn't exist anymore to us on this physical plane. So connect to those parts and aspects of you that are waiting to be discovered, that go beyond the rationale of the human existence, that go beyond the rationale of the human mind. There's a lot there. So I would allow myself to go into a meditative state more, calling in the one energy as you do so for guidance, and start to just journal whatever comes to you. It's a beautiful, wonderful exercise. I encourage all of you to do it, is journal more. Even if you're not a writer, become one, because there's a lot of things that we can miss just in our thoughts. But when you happen to jot them down, you become more cognizant and more intentionally aware of what's around you. So, okay, one more for tonight. And I'm going to get this one actually to Laurel. Laurel had asked, I saw her name come up. Okay, Laurel. Yes, Bookie76. Bookie. I love your name. I'm going to pull one for you too, and that'll be it. Okay, truth is found when we allow ourselves to be. So you're having a little bit of a challenge finding out who you are in this world. That's okay. We all go through that. But when you allow yourself to just unfold without judging what you're instinctively drawn to, what sings to your soul, just be in your glory. Everything that feels good, that feels right, trust it and go with it. When we allow ourselves to just be in that space of authenticity, which is something that we all have a challenge. Well, I've allowed myself to step outside of that, but it was work to do that, to be authentically present and shining as who I am. When you allow yourself to be, even if it's scary, be that, because you are here to not replicate anybody else. You're here to maybe look at examples, but to use that for inspiration, to find within you what sings to your soul. Okay? Okay. Yes. Going on. We're a little over. I apologize. This is so much fun, right? You're welcome, Tony. So much love to you. Okay, so Bookie76, you got the card, by the way. I'm already getting information. Be willing to see the unseen, except it was reversed. So that tells me you're highly intuitive, but you have a problem. Cancel problem. You have challenges with allowing the unseen to show itself to you. So I'm getting that there's maybe a resistance to your intuition. There are times where you get things, but you judge them because they don't make sense logically. And so you discount them. So be willing to see the unseen. Be willing to go beyond what the logical mind can process. Be willing to go into, I call the state of no nonsense, where things do not make sense, but we trust them anyway. Be willing to go beyond what just the five senses present to us, and allow yourself to expand beyond that, because you have a powerful intuition waiting to really be unfolded and to be awakened. So trust as you go into this year that these new moon rituals really help with that. So I welcome you to the circle every month. They really help with also in inspiring some of that intuition to come forward. And Candy, because I just think you're amazing, I'm going to throw a card out there for you. Okay? Candy Duchesne, beautiful soul. Okay, Candy. You aren't here to reinvent the wheel. You're here to learn to fly. I love this card. So this tells me that although you look to others for guidance, for inspiration, you're meant to do your own thing, your own way. You're not here to create what already has been. You're here to create the unique sound and creativity that only you can give the world. The world needs you, not a replication of somebody else. So stand in your own path and power, however that presents itself to you, and be authentic to your own truth. And part of that is allowing yourself to say no and to do something different, even if it doesn't make sense, or people might say that seems wrong. Do it anyway. If it feels right, it is right. And trust yourself. Okay. My love to each one of you. This is huge. This is a huge, huge year we're going into. It was a huge year. We're leaving. So give yourself the permission as we're going into this year, in a couple of days from now when we have our New Year's Eve, to take time to celebrate everything, all the gains, all the losses, all of it. Take time to celebrate you, because you know what? This experience, this connection, this life is all about unfolding the truest aspects of you. And as you do, you become so much more closer to that which we would call the goddess, the God consciousness. We become much more refined. You become that blank canvas that you create your masterpiece on. So think of it now, like you went through so much purging this year, so much refinement. Now you have the opportunity to design what it is that you really want to create. And you don't need anybody's permission to do that. You don't need anybody's go ahead or say so. You're getting the permission from the universe. And you don't need a certification to say so. You are certified from the universe. You know how to do this work. So trust it. You are welcome, everybody, so much. So now we gotta close our circle. Or open our circle. So I want everybody to close your eyes. Just take a deep breath and inhale. And exhale. And before we let go of this circle, I want you to picture each one of us in this circle together, where if we're watching live or we're watching later on through the recording, we are all connected. And we send a special blessing out to anybody in this circle who is in need of extra support, extra love. We see you, we hear you, we honor you for showing up. Anybody who's in need of abundance or prosperity, knowing that it is given freely, it's time to expect it and open up your heart to it. Anybody who is recovering, know you are divinely held as you heal. Anybody who feels lonely at times as you're going through this work, know that we hold your hand. Anybody who feels afraid to speak their truth, know that we hear you and you are loved and accepted. And as a unified force, we send love and the powerful of intentions to healing and awakening to our planet, to Mother Gaia, and to all of her children. We extend our love in this healing magical circle to shift, to heal, to anchor in the work that we have done this evening together. And so it is. We thank the beloved All-Mother, Divine One Energy, for being part of our circle. We thank our ancestors, our guides, our spiritual tribe. Thank you for protecting us and being part of the circle. To the direction of the north, element of earth, to the fire keepers, to the earth keepers, to Pachamama, we thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, to the sacred water keepers, and the sacred waters of this earth. We thank you for being part of our circle. And to the direction of the south, element of fire, to the sacred fire keepers and the fire breathers. We thank you for being part of our circle. And to the direction of the east, element of air, where all things begin, to the sacred mighty winged ones. We thank you for being part of our circle. And now with your eyes still closed, picture that beautiful spiral that's engulfing all of you at this time. With the blessing and with the thanks to each one of us, each one of you, we release through your right side this energy, allowing it to uncoil as it goes counterclockwise around our circle, around and around, until it comes back through your left side. Now envisioning your spiral beautiful and clean and clear, condense, going counterclockwise your spiral, making it smaller and smaller, smaller still until it becomes very, very concentrated into your heart space. And with this energy, just extend it down into the earth, any residual energy that isn't needed by you. Feel the energy going down through your feet, going out through your hands to send it down to the earth. For Pachamama to do her beautiful recycling as she does. And so it is. We will see each other next year. I am so excited for all the beautiful unfoldings of the Shakti spiral next year. And if you are not part of the Shakti spiral, the new moon Facebook group, I invite you to get online with us. Join us. This is a wonderful place where we can connect, be in between new moon rituals, as well as find me on everywhere, social media. Let's be friends. The Shakti Spiral and One Ascension International. Have a beautiful, safe, and blessed new year. My love to each one of you, and we will see each other next year in 2017. It's going to be fabulous. Mwah. So many blessings.